Hi everyone, by now you've no doubt heard that Chelsea Manning has been freed by the grand jury. The grand jury against WikiLeaks has been disbarred and she is out of prison. There was the tiny little fact that they didn't wipe those $255,000 or $256,000 of fines that they fined her, punitive, for not testifying against her publisher, for standing up for your rights to a free press and standing up for your rights to a free speech. Remember that. I'm going to come back to it at the end. I want to give you a little bit of a reminder as to why Chelsea Manning deserves our respect and our support. Breakdown of her decade between 2010 to 2019. 77.76% of it spent in jail. 11% of it, 11.05% of it spent in solitary confinement, literally tortured for over a year of the last decade. 51% fighting for gender affirmation case, and 100% being true to herself no matter what. 0% backing down. That's why she deserves our respect, and she's got it. She's got mine anyway. This is Caitlin Johnston, and this is the update. Her supporters have raised it. They've raised that $250,000 that they fined Chelsea Manning. I'm going to read a little bit of this and come back to it later, but it says this: Caitlin Johnston's excellent. She's my favourite writer. In the likely event that you need some news to give you a bit of faith in humanity today, you should know that supporters of whistleblower Chelsea Manning have raised over $250,000 to pay the cruel draconian fine that was heaped upon her for a principled stand against testifying at corrupt secret grand jury proceedings. In just 2 days. After Manning was released from prison, more than 6,000 donors banded together to pay off the $256,000 fine, or $258,000 fine, assigned at $1,000 a day by a federal judge, on top of imprisonment to coerce her to testify. Fundraising was so enthusiastic that it had overshot the goal and reached $267,000 before the GoFundMe was closed. Those of us who support Manning have been looking at this more as a fine on us than on her, because of course we were never going to let a heroic whistleblower spend the rest of her life under crushing debt. The fact that the money came together so quickly and easily, though, says a lot about the beauty of humans, in my opinion. Yes, it does. Caitlin Johnston went on to say something else in the tweet, which I think was brilliant. She has a great way of putting how we feel into a short amount of words. She said this: "There, you fucking imperialist pieces of shit. There, you fucking imperialist pieces of shit. We raised $250,000 to pay the punitive draconian court fines you cruelly heaped on Chelsea Manning after brutalising and torturing her. Take your money, you fucking assholes. And now leave her the fuck alone." She's great at putting how we all feel, Caitlin Johnston Downey's, into a short amount of words. But I tell you what, on this occasion, I think I can outdo her, because I can sum it up in one word: how we feel about having to pay Chelsea Manning's fine, about them trying to coerce her with the crippling amount of debt that she might have to carry for the rest of her lives. There's a word that explains how we feel about this. It's a Turkish word: haspalan. There. I hope you fucking choke on it. That's what it means. Haspalan. Take your money. I hope it fucking kills you. Soon. I hope you choke on it. Haspalan. Assholes. Continuing reading this article. Now there's a much humbler task of raising funds for Manning's living expenses, which is a GoFundMe for a trust of $30,000. So she's done another GoFundMe, because obviously she's come out, she's got no money. I think they had to take her house from her while she was in prison. The fundraiser is just hours old and is as of this writing is at $6,870. So we should all have her set up in no time. I am so in awe of all the wonderful people who've helped protect this legendary figure from the stress and financial burden that this vicious regime tried to heap upon her, both with her donations and with their efforts to draw attention to the fundraisers. In times like this, it's very comforting to see the higher nature of human beings prevailing over sociopathy and authoritarianism. Yes, it is. So there's your money. She says, you disgusting imperialist pigs, you brutalised a heroic whistleblower, you tortured her, you tried to snuff her out, now you get to steal $250,000 from her as well. Whatever, we don't care. It's done now, she's free, and she's under our protection now. Our higher nature prevailed, and now she doesn't have to worry about any of that anymore. Now leave her alone forever. Take your money, motherfuckers. Haspalan. This is a great story, this is, because, as you can see there, we've already raised over 30,000. We've already set her up. That's the beauty of humanity, people. That's the beauty of it. Chelsea Manning, you're a fucking hero, and we love you.